I think that for sale by owner, what you're doing is you're playing the game without knowing the rules or without agreeing upon the rules first. We've talked about this in previous podcasts where if you use a realtor, we have a set, we have the forms that we use. We have the code of ethics. We all are playing by the same rules. So we have the same process. And especially in, different areas, they have different practices that they do. We know what's going to happen here. We know what needs to be done on a rural home or a manufactured home or something like that a for sale by owner may not know.
Yeah.
One of the things that you said, Aspen, was about you saw the List with Freedom ad on our MLS. What just happened, which is a benefit for FSBOs, is NAR has stopped the no commingling rule, which means that MLSs have the ability, or Zillow or homes.com, realtor.com, have the ability to display non-realtor listings next to realtor listings. So that's a positive for sale by owners that just came out this year within the last month or so.
Yeah. And that's a pretty fascinating turn of events in the industry itself. We'll see how that plays out. But I think what you just said is perfect. Like, it's like me showing up on a bocce ball court. I don't even know what the heck that is. And swinging one of them little racket things and not knowing, like, what are the rules of the game?
You don't play with a racket in bocce.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? So,
right. It's also like, just because, like, you hire a lawyer, some people say, well, I'll just have a lawyer draw it up. Okay, well, yeah, if you're using a property.
A real estate lawyer,
yeah. Like, it's the same thing. You're not going to go use your divorce attorney for your property.
Yeah.
It's just different specialties.
Mm-hmm. And you got to know the game. Mm-hmm. You have to understand the game. So if you go into this, back to your example, and you don't understand the rules, then you're totally reactive through the entire process versus being proactive and really getting yourself into a position where you can negotiate strong, where you can really take control of the situation and ultimately the outcome of the sale. So,
well, just think, a for sale by owner does, if they don't know the process that we would normally go through, a buyer could come up and say, I want to do inspections. Seller goes, we don't need to do inspections. What are you going to do inspections for?
Yeah.
You're buying it as is. You have no rights here because I'm not using a realtor. So, I mean, if you want to have the actual process and how things are supposed to go, especially if there's a lender involved, I think it's almost a no-brainer to go with a realtor.
You decide to sell to the family and not to the single person, and you let that be known. You just opened yourself up to a lawsuit that you probably weren't expecting. There's a lot of rules in housing that people are not aware of.
Yeah, you didn't disclose lead-based paint and your home was built prior to 1978. You've got some issues.
When you show up to a closing without your septic being done, like in Colorado, that could be a huge thing.
It will stop your closing.
Yeah.
It will not happen.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that, if you have a lender involved, they will guide you through the process correctly, but
in their lane.
Yeah.
If you also think about it too, you might say, oh, but I'm going to save this percentage, whatever it might be. That could be true, but if you have your house listed for 3 extra months, that's 3 more mortgage payments. You are probably going to sell it a little bit less now. It's been on the market for a long time. You negotiate it down. I can see where you're making less money, even if you think, oh, well, my number was higher than if I would have listed with a realtor, but it took you 5-6 months to sell it.
Yeah.
Did you really save money?
And anguish and, emotional pain and struggle.
Time is valuable too.
And syndication for the marketing. We have, through our IDX feeds, we have syndication out to all the places where people are looking for homes.
It's like 1,600 websites.
Yeah. If you are
everywhere.
a for sale by owner, you have to pick the free ones. And then now, luckily, you can be on the same page as the rest of us, but there are some of us that are paying more to get on the first page. Your free one is going to be on page 10 that nobody gets to.
Hey, this is not bash for sell by owner episode.
You seem to be on their side.
Yeah.
Use a realtor.
No, I do want to be fair and balanced. Like, my thought is, like, let's look at the pros and cons, but I agree. I mean, it's hard not to agree with these points. I mean, everyone wants to save money, but ultimately your goal as a seller is to maximize your profit, right? And whether that is trying to sell it by yourself and save some commission and go down that road of that really potentially bumpy road, or maximize what you have with a professional that's going to take care of your needs and remove a lot of the emotional headache and heartache and liability. And you may end up at the same spot, but more likely you'll end up at a better spot. I mean, that's the argument. And so I think, this isn't really an episode about bashing people that want to try that. Hey, everyone has free will. You can try whatever you want. I think it's really important to lay out some of the pros and cons, because I don't think a lot of people think through that.